Hey, it's Dave. This is Justin.
Hey, got some breaking news for you today. This afternoon I was on my computer and saw that Fab Melo is ineligible from the NCAA tournament.
That doesn't mean anything to me, Justin. Who is Fab Melo?
I'm glad you asked. Fab Melo is a forward for Syracuse, University of Syracuse. If you don't know much about basketball, you're unlike most of the world because they are spending countless hours not working, filling out brackets this week.
I saw something, $5 billion in lost revenue because people watching the basketball tournament and filling out their brackets instead of working.
Cheating the company.
Oh, don't do it. Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. It's kind of like drugs. Don't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But Fab Melo, let's get back to the point. Fab Melo.
Fab Melo is a forward, as I said, for Syracuse. Syracuse is a #1 seed in the tournament. So
I filled out a bracket, Justin.
Yeah.
And I had Syracuse #1, I think going to at least the Final Four, if not winning it. Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah. I think you might want to change that.
I never go past like the first day in my bracket because I'm horrible. And now I'm really horrible, aren't I? At picking teams in the bracket.
You're just more horribler.
Okay, not good. I'm going to go fix my bracket
in a minute. Do that quick.
Yeah, I will. Okay.
Give it in the first round, maybe.
All right. So, Fab Melo, ineligible. Everyone's brackets are going to blow up. I'm sure within the past hour, everyone's been changing who they got going and how far Syracuse is going and all that.
Yeah.
Why does this even matter?
I think it matters because, you think about, look at this guy. This is the second time he's been ineligible this year. You got to start. Well, no, you got to start asking yourself that question of, do you associate yourself with somebody like that as a program?
Do we know why he's ineligible?
Right now, we don't.
Okay.
Details not disclosed.
Ooh, too many rules and regulations on why we can't know what he did. Okay.
One can speculate, but that's probably not wise.
No, we don't want to do that.
So we're not gonna.
No,
not
at all.
We'll just give opinions.
Yeah, perfect opinions. That's what we're here to do.
But earlier this year, what I do know is earlier this year he was suspended for
academic ineligible.
Yeah,
right?
3 or 4 games for academic reasons. So regardless of that, it kind of leads me to the question: is that risk worth the reward of having a guy? He's don't get me wrong, talented player.
They're in the #1 seed, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, which that's good from what I hear.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
Is that worth having a guy like that as part of your program if he's going to constantly put your team in a bad spot? That's my question.
Yeah. Would you want that as a coach?
I coach JV basketball. And it's really hard when you don't know who you're going to have from week to week. How do I know? If I'm his coach, I'm going, man, Fab going to do something stupid this week? I hope I have him next Saturday because we've got a big game coming up.
Yeah. So
that'd be hard.
So what's the risk versus the reward and trying to balance those things out, right? That's what we want to get at here. Is the risk worth the reward? What are your thoughts?
Depends on what you're chasing.
Okay.
I mean, if the almighty reward is the NCAA championship,
you get a big fat trophy.
It's crystal.
Yeah, and you get a little piece of net. You get cut that. Yeah.
Don't forget the net.
That's important because that will never fade away, right?
Hey, just want to let you know, it's rope. You can buy it at Grable Hardware.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm going to look like I cut down the nets by getting some rope.
You could. Tie in a bunch of knots, cut it up. Woo!
And we climb up a Warner ladder. That's what they do.
It is the Warner ladder. It's the orange one.
Yeah.
And the yellow.
They're good. They're good ladders.
Solid.
Yeah. But the risk versus the reward. Is it the stuff? Is it... You know what else you get, though? You get a sweet ring.
Oh, that's cool. You could walk around and you can, kind of show it off.
Yeah, and be like, hey, look, I won a national championship.
Yeah, you're eating supper and it, hits you in the tooth, cracks you. You look like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. But does that matter? For you,
it does to
what
some
do you think?
people.
Okay.
To me, I don't know if it does. What am I going to do with that thing? Am I going to put it in my pocket when I die so I can make sure that thing comes to heaven with me, or what?
Is it going? Is it between me and you?
From what I know,
going to get there?
From what I know, it doesn't.
I don't think it does either.
From what I'm reading, it doesn't.
So, is it really worth it? But here's the other thing. What about your integrity? Right? If you say you're a person of integrity, are you willing to compromise it? And for what are you willing to compromise it? And here's the other thing. If you compromise your integrity, you begin to lie. right? You're lying about yourself or who you are or whatnot,
Yeah.
right? And so because of that, who are you really? Who are they really hiring? Let's say, Justin, you lied on your resume and got hired.
How'd you know?
Well, I talked to the guys at YFC. That's just what I heard.
Wrong.
No, you didn't lie on your resume. I know that for a fact. But what if you did? They hired somebody that is not you, right?
Yeah.
Is that worth it?
To me, it's like, again, it comes down to like, it's all about the relative part of this life in this world. That's truth to me, or that's wrong to me. And I don't know, when I think about what my life's grounded in, I'm thinking about what my right and wrong is grounded in. If I'm going to compare myself to somebody else and say, I'm more truthful than them, fine. But at the end of the day, like in God's eyes, am I as truthful as I could have been?
So here's the question. What matters more to you and to me? Is it what other people think about me? Or is it what God thinks about me and how he views my integrity?
Great way to put it. Great way to put it.
That's the question we're going to leave you with today.
That's the question.